Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you guys this look here. It's kind of a vampy look, but it was just something that I threw together right on camera. So I'm starting at barefaced, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I haven't done my brows on camera in a really long time because most of the time I come on camera with them already done. But I'm using Anastasia's Beverly Hills DipBrow Pomade in the color Chocolate. And I am just using an angled brush from Eco Tools, and I'm going to just outline my brows, and then I'm going to fill them in. And it's so funny because I was actually shaping up and kind of like arching my brows this day, and I cut too much off my brows. So I definitely had to use this product to kind of fill in that area where I messed it up at. And so moving on, I'm going to conceal. I like to use this concealer from LA Girl. This is one of the Pro Conceals in the color Warm Honey to kind of clean up any mistakes that I made when I was filling in my brows. And sometimes I draw them on a little too thick, so this kind of thins them out a little bit. So I'm going to apply that to the top and bottom of my brows, and I'm going to blend it out with my finger. Alright, and moving on to the eyes, I'm going to use these two primers here. This is MAC Soft Orchid Paint Pot and Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm just using two bases today because my eyelids are really oily, because they tend to go from dry to like peeling dry to really oily, to where I have to use two different primers. So that's what I'm going in with today. Alright, and then moving on to the eyes, I applied a little bit of tape, and then I'm going to go in with this cream color from the Warm Neutrals palette from SigmaBeauty, and it is just like the second color in there. And then I am going to go in with this kind of brown color here. This is going to work as my transitional color, and I'm using a blending brush to just blend that in there. And then I'm going in with MAC's Uninterrupted Eyeshadow, and this is going to also work as my transitional color, but I'm also applying this in the crease as well. Now this color is what I'm really going to use to blend all of my colors together, so I'm really focusing this in the crease. Then I'm going in with this kind of reddish color out of this palette, and I'm going to apply that to the outer V and directly in my crease. And I'm just using this kind of as a base because it's not that pigmented. I think this is more of a shadow that you use wet. So I'm just kind of blending it in and kind of just getting it in the outer V and in my crease area. And as you can see, it's showing up a little bit, but it's not as pigmented as I want it to be. So now I'm going to go in with this color from Morphe, and this is in the color Mysterious. It's such a beautiful color. It has such a nice sheen. It's very beautiful when it's wet, but I'm using it dry today, and I'm just going to apply that on top of that red shadow from the Sigma palette. And for my lid, I'm going to go in with Burlesque, and this is just going to work as kind of like a base. It's a little bit similar to that red color, it's just the more browny color. Now I'm going to go in with this gold color, and I'm going to put that on top of Burlesque, and I just put Burlesque under there just to kind of make that gold color really pop. So I'm applying that right on top of the Burlesque color. I'm going to go in with that same blending brush and Uninterrupted and blend everything together. Now I'm taking off the tape, and you guys can see that I have a clean, sharp, crisp line. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk. I said all three of those words wrong just now. I'm going to clean that up with a baby wipe, and moving on to the rest of my face. I'm going to prime my face with the SmashBox PhotoFinish primer, and I'm looking off because I was watching Life Unexpected on Netflix, and it just was catching my attention. Then I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'm using the Estee Lauder DipBrow Stay in Place Makeup in the color Soft Tan. Now this color is a tad bit light for me, but it's not as light as it's showing up on camera. It looks completely off and awkward on camera. Like it looks like I drew on like a powdered mask or something right now, but I think it was just the lighting. I honestly don't know what the deal was with this, but you can see it starts to get darker once I put the rest of my makeup on, but it's honestly not as light as it's showing up right here. I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I'm just using MAC Pro Longwear concealer, and I'm applying this under my eyes. I kind of skipped out on the rest of the highlighting areas today. Alright, and then I'm going to set that with my Nye Banana Powder, and I'm using the contour brush from Real Technique to apply the powder under my eyes. And once I get it under there, I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. I didn't let it sit that long today just because I didn't want like a really bright under eye. And then I'm going to set the rest of my face while I'm letting this sit. And this is MAC Studio Fix powder, and I'm just applying this to the rest of my face, and it goes on a little yellow. You guys know how MAC products are. They tend to look a little orange at first, and then once it oxidizes, it goes into your skin. But yeah, that's the issue there. I'm just applying that basically everywhere I didn't conceal. So I'm leaving that area under my eyes blank, well, alone, and then I'm applying the powder everywhere else. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with Havana from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. And I'm just going to use this to bronze up my face. So I'm applying this to my forehead, my jawline, my cheekbones, and just basically everywhere that I normally contour. I'm just more so bronzing today than actually contouring and like defining my face. So I'm just adding a little bit of color back into my skin. And I still have that powder on. So I'm just going to dust the powder off with a powder brush from Sonia Kashnik. And I really don't know what I was doing here. I was just being all dramatic. But I'm just going to take that and I'm going to kind of dust it off. And as you can see, some of the areas I'm like patting it into my skin. And I am going to just knock as much off as I can with this powder brush. And then I'm going to go in with another powder brush from It Cosmetics, and I'm going to just kind of continue to knock it off of my skin and just make it look more, you know, skin-like and more of my skin. I really didn't want like that much of a highlight today, so that's why I'm trying my best to knock as much off as I can. Alright, and then for blush today, I'm going to go in with MAC Stay Pretty. And it's just a really soft pink blush. It's really pretty for like smoky eyes and things like that. So I just applied that. And then for a highlight today, I'm going to go in with Lorac's Tantalizer Baked Bronzer. And I'm going to apply this to the highest points of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. And I'm just applying this more so as a base because you can see that it gives me a little bit of highlight. But you guys know I'm all for that glow, so I'm going to go in with a lot of highlight today. And I'm just applying the Tantalizer now, and I'm using a like dual-ended brush from Forever 21. I think it's really old, and I'm using like the foundation flat side. And then I'm going to go in with my Broken F-Baked bronzer. No, this is the Healthy Glow bronzer, and I'm just going to dust that on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and on my cheekbones. And then I'm going to go in with this Colourpop eyeshadow and Get Lucky. I've been using this a lot as a highlighter. It looks like pure gold on your face. It is so beautiful. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. So I'm applying this to those same areas, but this time I'm also taking it in the arch of my brow. Yeah. And then I'm going to blend it out. So I am just going to do that. I know that Colourpop does sell highlighters, but I really like to use this eyeshadow as a highlighter because it's really pretty. So yeah, I'm going to blend everything out with the like powder side of that brush. And once I have everything blended out, you can see that my highlight is on fleek. Okay, and now I'm going to move back to the eyes. I'm going to go in with this darker brown color and a smudge brush from It Cosmetics. And I'm just going to kind of smudge this color under my lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the red color and just kind of smoke it out. And the red color, the colors are on the back of this palette, and I will have them listed in the description box below, like the exact name. I don't have the palette on hand right now. And then I'm going to go in with that red color, Mysterious from Morphe, and I'm just going to apply that on top of that red color. Now for my liner, I'm going to go in with MAC's Feline Pencil. Is it a coal eyeliner, I think. And I'm applying this to my waterline. And I am also going to tightline with this as well. And then for my liner today, I'm going to go in with my NYC liquid liner. And I actually ended up doing a little bit more liner than I intended on doing, which was kind of sucky, but it still turned out cute in the end. So I wasn't tripping over it. But it wasn't what I was intending to do. It just kind of happened, which is how a lot of my looks turn out. It just happens this way. But I am just using this, and this is like the easiest thing to do your liner with, so I highly recommend this product, and it's only like $2 or $3, so you can't beat that. And I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm applying mascara. This is MAC's Extended Play or Extended Lash or something like that. I had the exact name below, and I'm applying this to my top and my bottom lashes. And then I'm going to go in with CoverGirl's the Super Sizer mascara, and I'm applying that as well as the top and the bottom lashes. And again, with this mascara, you have to twirl it so it won't clump up on you, because if you don't twirl it, it's going to clump up. So you have to swirl it and get it right. And applying it to the bottom lashes now. Alright, so moving on to lashes. I'm using these lashes from Ardell. These are the Edgy. Oh, I have them in my hand. Let's see. These are the Edgy 403 lashes, and I really like these lashes. They're so gorgeous, and I want to go back and get like 50 more of these, but they're really pretty. And I'm applying these, and then I'm gonna move on to the lips. Alright, so once I move on to the lips, I am using Jordana's Cabernet, yes, the Cabernet lip liner, and I'm just going to line my lips with this, and I am overdrawing my lips just a tad bit on the top, and I just did that because I honestly didn't mean to. I kind of went out of the line, and then I was like, well, since I'm out of the line, I might as well keep overdrawing them. So I'm going to go ahead and finish lining those and just kind of getting it to my liking. And then today I decided to try one of the Ulta matte lip creams. I bought a ton of these, and I'm gonna do a lip swatch video, but I decided to use Allusive. I think that's the name of this color. I will have the exact name below, but I'm going to do a swatch video really soon on all of the Ulta matte lip creams, so definitely look out for those if you are interested. And Ulta is having a sale right now on these, and they're only $3, so go get you some. And then I'm going to apply my e.l.f. makeup in missing set, yes. And then that is the completed look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.